Hey everybody, sixth graders, here we are already. It's Thursday. Can you believe it? You've done. I've got all the homeworks graded up through last week. Still, some of you, I'm missing your papers. You're not putting them in the assignment, and I can't see them. There's about 8 or 9 of you boys and a few of you girls that I'm not seeing your papers. So please get in there and post those pictures to the past assignments that you haven't done that. So please do that. We finished up 10-1, 10-2, and 10-3. So, of course, we know Ready to Go On is next. And just a real fast Texas test prep tomorrow. But just save it for tomorrow. But today, 287, I know we had torn 287 out of our books. And so it's in your packet. It's stapled in your packet in the front pocket of your notebooks, of your red folders, of your red folders, front pocket, your packets, and turn in there to the Ready to Go On 287. We're only going to be doing the evens. Even if you completed it prior to the benchmark, I want you to redo them again on notebook paper and see if you get the same answers that you had gotten before, and just check those out. And then I want everybody doing this with me, notebook paper, and take a picture of both sheets. Please, please, please. So you're going to get out notebook paper. You're going to go find your page 287 Ready to Go On in your packets in the front pocket. So let's all roll there. I'm going to do some with you so that you'd only have about 5 to do on your own. Okay? So there we are. There we are. Okay. So up here at the top, go ahead and write that you're only going to do the evens for this online learning assignment. Do the evens. Regardless if you've done them before, you're going to redo them, please, on notebook paper just to practice real quick all 3 lessons at one time so that you'd be ready for Texas test prep tomorrow. I'm going to do some with you. So I'm going to grab, so we can see 2, 9 to the second power, 4, which is 1/2 to the 6th power, 6, -3 to the 5th power, and 8, 1.4 to the 2 power. All right, my friends? So the first section is find the value. So we have to find the answer for those problems. 2, 4, 6, and 8. So I expect to see those problems written down on your notebook paper. And here we go. Let's do a challenge one. I want to talk to you. We can go ahead and I'm going to play like this is my notebook paper, my friends. And we could go ahead and put up here that number 2 is 9 to the 2nd power. And then let's give ourselves some room to do 4, 1/2 in parentheses to the 6th power. Number 6, it is -3 inside the parentheses, so therefore it would be -3 multiplied 5 times itself. So that negative, and when we have a negative base, we look at the exponent. Is it odd or is it even? All right, so we'll talk about that one more second. And number 8 is 1.4 to the 2nd power. Just be sure you place your decimal in your final answer. So that being the first section. Okay, my girls and guys, just in case you can't find the paper. All right. For that section, let's go ahead and look at number 6 together. So I want you to tell me what that means. It means -3 times -3 times -3 times -3 times -3. Do you agree? Yes. So we know that if we multiplied a negative base to an odd power, our final answer will be negative when that negative is inside the parentheses. If it's outside, it just wants the negative answer, no matter if it was positive or negative. So 3 times 3, class, we know is 9. True? And in fact, we could go ahead and do this for a shortcut. 3 times 3 is 9. So we could do 9 times 9 times 3. 9 times 9, we know, is 81. Agree? Times 3. What is 3 times 8? 24. What is 3 times 1? 3. So a negative 243. And box your final answer. Excellent. Good job. I know you need to tell me what it means, then multiply. Don't forget, for a fraction, it means 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you multiply straight across, get the new numerator. You multiply all of these straight across and get your denominator and box your final answer. Watch out for your decimals in number 8. All right, so that is finding the value of an exponent in section 10.1. All right, section 10.2, there's only one even problem, and that is number 10. I'm going to label this as section 10.2, lesson 10.2. This section was lesson 10.1, box. And this is lesson 10.2. All right, my friends, good job. All right, so they say list the factors. This is our rainbow. Class. We got a long line. And there are a lot of factors of 120. Agree? So, shall we? Y'all want to do it together? Yay, I heard more yays than no's. All right, for all of you energetic kids that are up and at 'em in the morning, I know you'd say, yes, let's do it together. So how can we get 120? Well, 1 times 120. 2 times, we ask ourselves, well, does 2 go into 120? Yes, because it is even. Well, if I had $120 and I said I'm going to split it with you, how much does each of us get? We each get $60 because 2 goes into 12 6 times and 2 into 0, 0. 2 times 60 is 120. Well, we ask ourselves, does 3 go into 120? Add up the digits. 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 0, 3. Is 3 a multiple of 3? Yes, it is. So we're going to divide by 3. 120 divide by 3. All right. 3 goes into 12. How many times, my friends? 4. 3 into 0, 0. 3 times 40. Well, we ask ourselves, does 4 go into 12? You know what you do to know about 4? Look at the last 2 digits only, 20. Does 4 go into 20? You say, yes, it does. So therefore, yes, 4 does go into 120. 4 goes into 12. How many times, class? 3 times. 4 into 0, 0. Okay, so there we go. All right, what about 5? What about 5? Does 5 go into 120? And if you say yes, why does it go into 120? And you're all saying because it ends in 0 or 5. So 5. Okay, doke. Well, how many times, class, does 5 go into 12? 2. Okay, goes 2 times. Well, what is 2 times 5? 10. Well, we had 12, so that left 2 left over. So 25 into 20 is 4. Correct? So 5 times 20 is 100. 5 times 4 is 20. 100 plus 20, booyah, is 120. Good job. We ask about 6. You think 6 is going to go into 120? Makes pretty good sense to me because 6 is a multiple of 12. It's a factor of 12. Do you agree? So 6 into 12 goes 2 times. 6 into 0, nothing. Okay, 6 into 20. We're getting out of room, aren't we, class? 7. Does 7 go into 20? No. Does 8? Well, if 2 went into 120 and 4 went into 120, that tells us 8 will go into 120. I'm going to have to really put the squeeze on. I hope you can see there. I'm going to have to put a little arrow up to get that number squeezed in. Okay, well, my friends, how many times does 8 go into 12? 1 time. With how many left over? 4 left over. So how many times does 8 go into 40 in front of that 0? 5. So 8 times 15. Does 9 go into 120? No, because if we add up 1 and 2, it's a 3, and that's not a multiple of 9, is it? Or a factor of 9. Moving on. What about 10? Does 10 go into 120? The answer to that is yes, it does. 10 times what, class? We know 10 goes into it because it ends in 0. Agree? Well, the divide by 10 means move the decimal back 1 place, and the answer is 12. So there are our numbers. Because now 13, no. 14, no. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20, 24, 20, 30, 40, 60, 120. So there you go. Good job. That is a lot, wasn't it, class? A lot of factors and a lot of ways that you can multiply factors to get 120. Those are naming the factors of each number. Okie doke. Good job. The next section covers our lesson 10-3. And this is finding prime factorization. This is where we build a tree or a ladder. And I'm just having you do evens, so therefore that would be 12 and 14. Number 12 on your notebook paper is 212. I'm going to go with the tree on 212. And then maybe a ladder. I don't care. You know what? I really don't care. If you like using a tree, use trees. If you like using ladders, use ladders. Doesn't matter. Either way will work. 12 is 212, and number 14, my class, is 900. So build a tree or a ladder for 212 and 900. I'm going to go with a ladder for 212. And then I'm going to let you guys do 900, whether you break down or bring down, or if you do the steps in the ladder. I'm going to illustrate the ladder because for me, and I think for you, if you would get used to using it, you will not lose track of your prime numbers. So we know we're going to divide by the smallest prime number available if it can go into it. And that would be 2. Always see if it can go, 2 could go into it. We know it is even, so yes. Divide by 2, and half of 200 is 100. Half of 12 is 6. 106. Good. That's numeracy going on right there, class. 106. Now, can I divide 106 by 2? Yes, because it's even. True. So divide by 2. How many times does 2 go into 10? 5 times. How many times does 2 go into 6? 3 times. Are you in agreement with me? Good. All right. 50 times 2 is 100. 3 times 2 is 6. 106. 53 times 2 is 106. Now, asking yourself, is 53 already prime? There is not a number in my brain that says we can divide into 53 without it being 1, or by 53. The only number I can divide it by is 53. Do you agree with me? So let's divide by 53. And the reason we could test that real quick, 5 plus 3 is only 8. So 3 can't go into it. And we know that's it. So now 53 divided by 53 is 1. There is our stop sign. Now, we wrote our prime factorization. 2 times 2 times 53 would be written 2 to the second power times 53. And I would box it. Good. That's the way we rock and roll using a ladder. Excuse me, friends. Are you with me? All right. Y'all go with this one. Y'all will do 900. I do not mind if you want to do breakdown, bring down, all that. It's fine if you'd rather do a tree or a ladder. That would be grand. You just have one prime factorization to do for 900. The next section, put your wavy line if you're still on the same paper, is the last lesson. What'd I do? Let me see. No, sheesh. Hold on just a minute. Where'd that go? That wasn't lesson 10.3. Oh, this was still lesson 10.2. My apologies. It said find factors. We did. And then find prime factorization. That's all lesson 10.2. Now we're cooking. All of this was lesson 10.1 in your chapter. Lesson 10.2. Now we're going to take a look at lesson 10.3. Order of operations. What you just finished today. And Khan Academy. That's what you finished this week was order of operations. So let's put 10.3 box. This is order of operations, which is PEMDAS questions. Right. Parentheses go first. Exponents, multiply, divide. Whoever comes first. Don't forget that part. Add, subtract. Whoever comes first. Nice job. So, the problems in 10.3 are number 16. And as everybody's doing this on notebook paper, you will come back to see if your answers were correct or write in the new answers on your worksheet. But it is 7 squared times parentheses 6 divided by 3. You will rope and rewrite all of that question. You will follow the order. If there's parentheses, only rope that. Then the other one is 18. Okie doke. And it was parentheses 8 plus 56 parentheses divide by 4 minus 3 squared. Okay? So, which one y'all want to do together? I can hear a lot of you saying, let's do 18 together. Okay, let's do it, because mainly this lesson is more just a review of all 3 lessons. So, do we have any parentheses? Yes, we do. So we're going to rope our parentheses, and we're going to add 8 plus 56. 56 plus 4 more makes 60. That leaves 4, so 64. Divide by 4 minus 3 to the 2nd power. Now, it's important that you just don't jump on top of the fact that you're going to do this first. Because, see, you may glance at it and say, well, division comes before subtraction. You're right. But exponents comes before division. True on? You got it. Now, notice, this is just saying the negative answer of positive 3 times positive 3. So we only want to rope positive 3 squared. So we're going to write 64 divide by 4 minus, what is 3 squared? Not 6. 3 squared is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. Now division. Division comes before subtraction. So we know 4 goes into 6 one time with 2 left over, right, class? And 4 goes into 24 6 times. So that's the way, a quick way you can do division. Now, if you wanted to, you could have gotten out there and done it. And you would have gotten the same thing with 24 and then 6 and 20. Okay, so it would come out to 16 that way. But if you want to go 4 into 6 one time, 2 left over in front of that 4 makes 24. 4 into 24 is 6. Minus 9. What is 16 minus 9, everyone? You got it. 7. 7 plus 9 equals 16. If we went backwards to check our work, 7 plus 9 equals 16. 16 minus 9 equals 7. Okay, inverse operation to check your work. So there is number 18. You will be doing number 16 on your own. You may omit everything else on that page. Okie doke. Even the essential question number 20, even though it was even, just omit it. It'll be fine. Simply the evens. So that leaves, let's see how many you have to do on your own. I keep losing that. Okay, you get to do 1, 2, finish. You got to finish this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 problems to do for today's homework on your own. So, y'all do a great job. Get that work turned in to me. Know how much I love you. I miss you guys. We will be doing a video chat on Friday. And maybe just save that Texas test prep. I don't know. No, Texas test prep tomorrow. It'll be written on there. Do you show work, you underline, you code, X's and checks to get all the right answers for your Texas test prep tomorrow. That's Friday. That'll be for Friday. This is today. This is Friday. I mean, this is, yeah, when you see this is Thursdays. This is Fridays. Okie doke, class. And we will do a video chat. And if you having any problems, please email me. Please email me or Miss Cowan. Let us know you're having trouble, and we'd be glad to help you. But I have a lot of you. I still need to see your papers. You may be putting your papers in the folders. You may be putting them in your drives. But class, I cannot see your drive without you taking that picture and bringing it over and adding it into your assignment like the video said. When Miss Reeves did the video the other night, was so great. It's in Streams. It'll show you how to attach your homeworks. I love y'all. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good job. Bye-bye.